The feud between her and President Trump intensifies. It is time for our headliner this morning. Kellyanne Conway, counselor to the president, joins us now. Kellyanne, good morning to you.
Hi.
So can we start off first with what happened in the White House yesterday? You were there and actually had an exchange of words with the speaker yourself.
I did, and all these ridiculous stories. The president was in a rage, he's fuming, he stormed out, temper tantrum. There was none of that. He actually never raised his voice. He came in, stood at the end of the table in the cabinet room outside the Oval and said, look, folks, I want to do infrastructure. I want to do great things for this country. We've been doing great things for this country. But within the last hour, you had a meeting and came out and said I'm engaged in a cover-up. That's not true. But he took the case directly to Nancy Pelosi because she was the one who came to the mics and said that the president was engaged in a cover-up, which is nonsense. All she had to do was either move her meeting to later in the afternoon with her caucus, where she's under enormous pressure to get on with impeaching the president, which she has said she doesn't want to do right now. Or she could have said, I'm not going to talk to you right now. We're on our way to the White House to work on infrastructure. Let's meet again at 2 or 3 o'clock, and I'll give you the rundown of the whole day. But no, they can't resist going out and giving a live running commentary of what her more outrageous, liberal hell-bent on getting this president out of the White House members are pressuring her to do. So the president said, let's work on infrastructure. And then he left very calmly. And I want to emphasize that because he never raised his voice a single time, was very polite, and said, you can't have 2 tracks. You can't say that I'm engaged in a cover-up. You can't want to impeach and investigate and then pretend you want to legislate. So get back to me when you're done playing these games, and I'll be ready.
But let's just back
and so then Speaker Pelosi, nobody's reported this yet, so I'll give you some color. Then Speaker Pelosi went on and launched into some odd, self-curated history of infrastructure in our country. She talked about Thomas Jefferson, then she got to Teddy Roosevelt. And so when she was finished, I said, respectfully, Madam Speaker, would you like to address some of the specifics the president talked about? And she said, I talk to the president, I don't talk to staff. Because let's face it, she's the 6th most rich member of Congress. She treats everybody like they're her staff. She treats me like I'm either her maid or her driver or her pilot or her makeup artist, and I'm not. And I said to her, how very pro-woman of you, per usual, because she's not very pro-woman. She's pro-some woman. A few women.
Well, let's go through the time frame. It was around 10 a.m. Eastern time when she